Hello, welcome to Swiss Watch Gang live from Geneva. Today we are on the beautiful terrace outside of the MB&F booth with Harris. We're going to take a look at the new watches, the new clock, and also ask him how was this fair for him. So Harris, thank you so much for doing this. And
thank you guys
to showing these beautiful creations to my audience live from Geneva. As you see, we got the Jeter in the back.
Just for you,
perfect scenery. So Harris, how have you been? How was this fair for you? How was it, seeing a lot of people again after a long time?
It was, as you can expect, it was amazing. I mean, as you just said, the fact that you can actually see people, touch people, hug people, that is, a treat in itself. And honestly, the format also of the Geneva Watch Days to us is great. The fact that we're sitting around, chill in suites, that people, pop from one hotel to the next, sit down on nice little canapes or sofas, or
there's no check-ins, no IDs, nothing.
Super chill, and we love it. It's really a nice setup.
Awesome. So today we're going to talk about the novelties. So let's start maybe with the wristwatches.
Okay, we can do that, and we'll get to the bigger piece.
The bigger piece. Let's take a look at the LM101 collection here.
Yep.
What are the differences? What's it all about?
The LM101 has actually been around for a little while. If I can hand you that one, for example.
Please,
it's been around since 2014, and it was a bit of a sleeper, to be honest. It's funny, but this is our most restrained timepiece. Maybe it's a 40 millimeter, relatively simple for an MB&F round watch, right? Which is not always the case if you compare
definitely
to
not the case
a Bulldog.
With the others,
So it wasn't our quickest selling, the most successful piece for a while, but for the past 2-3 years now, we see it picking up. Starting with a super cool Palladium edition we did a while ago, and then what really went berserk was the collaboration with Moser.
Yes,
that was last year.
Yes, that was insane.
Yeah, really put the spotlight on the LM101. And so this year we came out with a new series of 3 pieces. The rose gold I just handed to you. This is the white gold with this pretty cool purple dial in my hand, and we have the stainless steel.
Let's show the audience
that's the white gold with
the white
purple
gold
dial.
Beautiful. Wow, look at how it pops, huh?
Thank you for saying so. Some refinements on these. One of the refinements directly from the Moser collab is that double spiral on the balance wheel, which is just super cool mechanically speaking. If you're a bit of a geek, you cannot not notice that.
No, of course.
It's slimmer bezel.
It adds to the coolness for sure.
Exactly. I'll hand you the stainless steel here as well.
This will be my version. Stainless steel, blue dial.
Yeah, that one works. And by the way, it's the one where the demand is highest. So you guessed correctly on that one. That stainless steel dial, this is a situation we've never been in. There is now a list of people who are lined up for it. We're taking orders for 2022, beginning of 2023. And that's a situation which is a bit of a problem. We don't want to make people wait too long. But
it's a good thing to have this waiting list stuff, but also not, right? Because you want to make the collectors happy, right?
Exactly. The whole idea here was not to, frustrate everyone.
Yeah.
They're not limited per se, but production-wise, we can only make so many. So there is a bit of a wait time.
And what's now the price points of these, let's say, for the stainless steel version?
Stainless steel, off the top of my head, just around, I think it's just under 50,000 Swiss francs before taxes. So I think it's 49. And then for the gold versions, of course, a little bit higher than 50. But for us, that's the let's say the starting point of the MB&F range.
Awesome. And like you said, it's picked up. You sold out everything else pretty much. So if you want to buy something from MB&F,
and
you take what you get, so to speak. And this is a perfect example.
In a way, exactly.
But also it embodies what you guys stand for, right? With the floating balance wheel, and also with the case back, with the movement. Who did you collaborate again for the audience?
The good man, our great friend, Kari Voutilainen. So you actually get his name on the movement there. Longtime friend. He started the whole legacy machine collection with us, with the LM1, the LM2, and then the LM101. So Kari has been around on the list of friends for a long time. And we just love the man.
No, he's doing a great job. And it just fits because you have this crazy dial, and also on the back you have this traditional watchmaking with Kari's input. I mean, it really works really well. So then let's move on to the
other side of the spectrum.
To the other side of the spectrum, to the watches, which when I researched about MB&F, that's how I got to know you guys.
And
by the horological machines.
Yeah, that's what we're very well. That's what put us on the map, the horological machines. And by the way, chronologically, it's what we started with.
Yes,
So for
exactly,
the first
exactly.
4 machines we made, HM1 to 4, they were HMs.
Yeah.
And then only later, as a second step, we added the legacy machines.
You said let's do something traditional.
Well,
MB&F style.
Exactly. And in the end, whatever we've been doing, whether it's HMs or LMs, inside the raw ingredients, they are beautiful, traditional mechanical watchmaking.
Yes,
so it's the same ingredients, just prepared and presented in a different way when you think of it.
And today we have no basic HMs here. None of them are anyway, but
this is one of the more extreme
creme de la creme.
Yeah, this is the HM9 Sapphire Vision, as we call them. So this was one of the more extreme pieces, practically full sapphire case. You just have this skeleton case band, if you like, around the sides. 2 balance wheels with the differential, so mechanically complex. The case is, of course, super complex. The sapphire machining, is always a nightmare, especially when you go into these very unusual shapes.
Is it what, 3 pieces of sapphire, or
it's 3 main pieces of sapphire? In fact, yes, 1 on top, 1 below, and the front bezel.
And the dial is here actually also sapphire.
Exactly.
Like
of course,
aviation style, huh? Like the watch.
It's like a driver's watch. Yeah, exactly.
Let's put this one here on.
So that's what we call the HM9 SV for Sapphire Vision. 5 pieces in 4 different executions, so 4 times 5 pieces.
Or nicknamed the jaw dropper.
The jaw dropper. We haven't thought about that, but yeah. Maybe the code name is the JD. The JD, jaw dropper, not SV for Sapphire Vision.
The OMG,
Exactly.
And the 2 turbines also on the back.
Two flying balance wheels. Sorry, the turbines on the back. Yes, So just to explain on the balance wheels, which we saw before, so those are 2 balance wheels that are independent, contrary to some of our other colleagues who are making resonance. Very interesting work on the resonance principle. Here we really have 2 separate balance wheels. They're distant apart to beat independently. And what you see in the middle is the differential, which is making the average of those 2 rates.
And with the battle axe as well, incorporated here in the middle, guys.
Correct.
Awesome.
The battle axe.
And the time is here.
And the time is up front,
Which for me, when I think about MB&F watches, is not really on the priority list to
not
read
really.
the time, but it's still nice to have this option.
Yeah, it's one of the deals. We have to put the time in there, but as you said, it's not the point.
I'm waiting for you guys to make a watch
with no time. Could happen. Who knows?
And this one now, the next one is a more, let's say, toned down version,
if you can say that. Yeah, it's actually a predecessor. So this was the rose gold version, which was launched, I guess, about maybe 6 months or a year before. Same movement inside, more or less. Again, the 2 balance wheels we were talking about, the differential, but here you can really see the curvy shape of the case. Totally inspired by the 19s, let's say 40s, 50s, 60s shapes of airplanes, cars.
And the first watch you made which was maybe the starter of these, is the HM4, right?
Yes, yeah.
It was the OG.
Exactly.
Wow. Let me put this on the wrist just so you guys can see
Let me close the strap for you.
Perfect.
And, we can put it.
So they can get because MB&F watches, I think on pictures they look massive, but in person it's actually very doable.
Absolutely, very important.
Of course, it's not
they need to be wearable.
High watch.
No,
so depends how tall your sleeve is. You could squeeze it in, but
you might be able to. No, but definitely wearable, and that is super important.
On my 18.1 centimeter wrist, it doesn't look over it, or it's perfect actually.
Exactly.
Of course, you have this height, which you want with MB&F, because why would you not want to have a cool movement like this?
Right. And to give you another example, it sits on the wrist.
And
if you look at the Bulldog I have on my wrist, I have a 17 centimeter wrist, so definitely not big. It fits perfectly as well.
Yeah, we reviewed actually this watch in rose gold on the channel, which people really loved. Of course, you have also some people are like, oh, this is gimmicky. Some are like, I totally love this. I'm on the
polarizing
side.
They're always polarizing.
They're polarizing, exactly. So the main thing I think for this watch, Geneva Watch Days, was this beautiful clock, which you made again with collaboration with Lepe.
Correct.
You do robots, T-Rexes, spiders, spaceship, jellyfish, everything.
That's right. And this is actually number 14, believe it or not, in the collection.
Wow.
So in 7
Wow.
years with Lepe, amazing partners, we've done 14 different clocks.
That's also a thing which I like with you, that you don't just do a new dial or just a new case.
No.
But you really try to push the envelope and create a completely new watch
New
almost
movement,
every year.
new case or body or whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. It's 14 into.
And here we have a perfect example of that as well.
Thank you, Marco. Well, this is, we call it ORB, which means like sphere, right?
Yeah.
And yes, it is a collaboration with Lepe. The way we work with them is we always do the concept, the design, and then we hand over to them for the engineering and the manufacturing.
Yeah.
And that's the way it's been for the last 7 years. As I said, amazing partners, because they always make it happen. They always find a solution. You look at the drawing we give them, you look at the final product.
You're like,
it's
yeah,
very,
that's
very
it.
close. Yeah.
Were they sometimes shocked when you propose something, or?
In the beginning.
Yeah, but now they're like,
now they're used to it. So yeah. And the cool thing is they're doing stuff on their own too, without us, just as crazy. So they've learned, they've evolved, they've done a really.
But also, job. I think with these clocks, I think you did carve out a new maybe market for it, because you tried to do stuff which nobody did before, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if we helped in that respect, we're very happy. But I think you're right, because not only for the final customer, but even the retailer.
Yes,
a lot of our retailers didn't sell clocks, when we started, and they started selling clocks. So it did open up a market for them.
For sure. Plus, if you don't build it, people can't buy it. So somebody's got to try it.
Somebody's got to try it.
And you guys are known for also doing that.
We like to experiment.
I guess you're, before every launch, you're a bit, okay, is it going to go well or no?
Of course. There's always the adrenaline rush at the last moment, including for these clocks, will people like them and so on. But so far, so good.
Yes, we have a few YouTube viewers here from Serbia, Cape Town, and one from Singapore. Hello, Singapore. I can't wait to be back in Singapore. So go to La Pasa.
Same here, by the way. I miss Singapore and everywhere else.
Stingray.
You bet.
So can you demonstrate what this clock does? Because I've seen videos that something opens
happens.
Up.
There's a bit of a surprise. So it does, of course, give you time. It is a clock, right? So there is a dial up here, which gives time in a relatively normal way, right? So hours and minutes. Something kind of unusual for our collaborations is that it also rings. So it's a sonnerie au passage, as we say in French, meaning that on the hour, it will ring the actual time. So at 10 o'clock, it will ring 10 times. I can make it ring. I'm not sure we'll hear a lot right here.
I heard it before when we were preparing up the setup.
Yeah, it's actually pretty loud. So again, pretty noisy out here, but So as I said, it rings the actual hour, either on demand or on the actual hour. You can switch it off, by the way, during the night, so you'll sleep tight.
Yeah.
And then the other interesting thing about this clock is that it does transform. So if I pick it up like this, these pedals are actually articulated. Now, one thing I can do, for example, is fold this bottom one, have this special little saucer here, and guess what? I can present it like this, for example.
It looks like a weapon.
Some people see
weapons. Invade, you're like, that's what I need.
Some people see satellites, some people see insect, whatever, you name it. Whatever pleases you, Marco. And then if I continue the transformation, you'll understand now why we call it ORB, because it does close up entirely.
Sick.
And you get like the perfect globe, which of course you can also...
For bowling.
For pétanque, as we say in French, whatever you want. So something super minimalistic when it's closed.
Yes.
And as you saw before, that opens up and surprises you.
Depends who comes and visits you, right? You want to surprise them or just keep them a bit chill.
Exactly.
Awesome. And this comes in white and black?
Correct. Right? 50 pieces in black like this one. Same thing in white, 50 pieces. And the price in Swiss francs is 28,500 before tax.
Yeah. Somebody said it looked like a ladybug.
Yeah. When it's open, when it's halfway open. Yeah, I agree. True. Yeah.
And the price point of these?
28,500. 28,500. Yeah, before tax. Yeah.
Awesome. And they're going to be available pretty soon, right? All around the world?
Right. We always try to make things when we announce them arrive very quickly in the stores. So count a few weeks. They should hit the first stores. Yeah.
And for those who can do it, visit the MB&F gallery.
Which You're always welcome. Not on Mondays, by the way. Mondays we're closed, and Sundays, obviously. But anytime between Tuesday and Saturday in Geneva, or in Dubai, or in Taipei, or in Hong Kong, drop by. You'll have a good time.
Yeah. Do you want to open up more galleries, or is it
slowly but surely? We're not in a rush. We need to find the right people first of all. The people who understand the concept. it's not just a watch boutique, right? So you need
Yes.
someone
Yeah.
who has a wider horizon, who's interested in mechanical art and so on.
True.
The right location. So yeah, we have plans to open maybe 2 or 3 more, but step by step.
Okay. And a lot of my followers on Instagram and on YouTube have been asking about the Mad Watch.
The Mad One.
They were like,
yes.
Marco, can you get one? Are you getting one? What's the deal with that? Is
So-
it gonna hit the markets?
For the record, he has been asking for you guys. He's been calling me every day, okay? So he's not lying. He's been trying. It's impossible.
You show the DMs. I've
Exactly.
been annoying enough.
No, the deal is when we started it, and as you know, but just to repeat, it really was for 2 very precise group of people.
Yeah.
What we call formally the friends, meaning the suppliers who help us make our MB&F
Yeah.
watches, the guy who make our dials, straps, sapphire crystals, and so on.
And the content as
And
well, right?
exactly,
Yeah.
the content, and the other group was the tribe, so
Yeah.
the MB&F owners who have registered their pieces. That was the best way for us, the fairest way to really make it clear who has access and who doesn't have
Yeah.
access.
Yeah.
Now, given all those messages and the pressure and
And
so
all
on
the
we've been
other
getting,
friends.
yes, and yeah, wider friends. We are. Max mentioned this a month or 2 ago. We are working on a wider, accessible
Nice.
piece. It won't happen right away. It'll happen in 2022.
Yeah.
But it will happen.
Okay.
So that's a promise.
And is that an idea you guys want to develop in the future, or you'll see?
We're experimenting. You know, just
Okay.
like the clocks we said before. There's no super long-term
Yeah.
business plan
Yeah,
written out in you know. But yeah, it's a possibility. It's super interesting. In fact, super challenging to try to create, to apply the same creativity.
Yeah.
But at that lower price point. That's a really
Yes, I
interesting
agree.
challenge.
I agree. Because when I saw the watch, I'm like, and I saw the branding, I'm like, is this an MB&F or it isn't? Then I heard the price points. I'm like,
Yeah, something wrong here. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
don't know. And that's when the messages started.
Exactly.
Cool. So what's next for MB&F? You
Quite
wanna
a few
tell us,
things,
spill
as
the
always.
beans?
What can I do? I can give you a couple teasers. I can tell you that in late November,
Yeah.
Actually just before the Dubai Watch Week starts, another great event, a new collaboration
Okay.
with
another brand, or-
another brand, and
or
in
collab?
fact a pretty surprising brand, a
Okay.
big brand from a big group. So that's I'll
Oh.
leave it there.
Oof.
Yeah, so that'll be a bit of a surprise.
If you don't give us another hint, because we've got too many people that can figure it
And
out.
you guys are good at this, yeah. So you will
You tell
find
us
out.
the dial color and we'll know.
Nope. That's it.
Okay, awesome, man. Listen, thank you so much for taking the time for doing the live, but also answering a few questions. And thank you guys all for tuning in. We've got 24 people now. It wasn't really scheduled, and it's
Of
also
course.
it's the morning in Europe. So I hope you guys are better working wherever you're at now in Singapore.
Go to work.
Go to work. We'll have this video online on the channel forever, so you can watch it in peace later.
Yeah.
And Harris, all the best. I'll see you next time in Geneva. And again, thank you for making it happen.
Thank you, Marco.
And guys, I'll
and
see
thanks
you
for
again
watching.
soon. Thank you.
Ciao.